it's Mrs. P. I feel like it has been a minute since I have done a video. I have been away with my family and we have been having such a great time. I appreciate everybody's kind wishes and comments and all the things. I have not yet responded to everybody. I tried to stay as detached from technology and any distractions so that I could really make the most of the time that I had with all of my kids together, because it is a rare thing for me to get everybody together like that. So we had a really good time. Everything went great. My son is currently, I dropped him off at the airport this morning, and he and his friend is flying home to Washington State as we speak. So I am going to try to catch up on my budget and videos and things like that. I did pre-record a lot of videos so that I was still kind of on schedule. I didn't do a meal plan because we weren't home a lot to, plan for. But I'm going to have a lot of stuff coming out this week. So anyway, that is that. And I want to go ahead and get started with my budget for April. Now, my April budget technically is going to start with my husband's March 28th. Look at my brain already messing up. March 28th check is going to start us off for April. Therefore, he's going to have 5 checks coming in for April. That gives us a little bit more income than we usually have. And you will see some kind of changes that I've done with some of our spending money. And I did get subscribed to YouTube Premium, the family plan, so that I can watch ad-free and the rest of my family can watch ad-free, because I'm pretty sure that still supports the channels because of, a premium member watching videos gives you a little extra. But let me know in the comments if I have that wrong, because I still want to support people. But I have so many channels that I watch. The ads really, slows it down. But if the premium doesn't help the channel members, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to support the people that I love to watch. So you guys let me know. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I have my white out because I have a feeling I'm going to be making mistakes today. All right, so let me go ahead and zoom you in. I hope everybody's having a great week. It is currently Tuesday here. It has been so windy. Our deck furniture blew all over the place. Luckily, nothing was damaged. All right, so what am I doing here? I don't need this. I need my highlighter. All right, so I start with the highlighter method to do a budget overview. This is something that the Budget Mom does. I've actually kind of done this before I even I didn't meet her, but before I really got to watching her channel, I didn't quite do it exactly like she does. So I have adapted to doing it more that way. But I have always done kind of like a monthly overview of my bills. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and since this paycheck of March 28th cover starts with April, our bills all start right here on the first couple days. And I'm going to use this Sunday here, which is even, still technically March, just because we have so many that come out the first day. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I've got 5 bills on this side and 4 bills here. All right, so that is all for the first paycheck. And that's kind of like that paycheck is in March, but that's okay. And I also get paid on the 1st, so that will also cover that. Okay, I can't even think straight. All right, so we have Xbox, mortgage. These are in no particular order. They're just whatever comes to my mind. Truck, Citibank, Wells Fargo, Progressive, which my insurance did go up. It renewed for April, and I've heard so many people talking about their car insurance going up, and I kept thinking maybe ours wouldn't because we don't have any, you know, accidents or claims on our insurance. So I thought, well, maybe we'll be safe from that. But no, in fact, we even dropped some of our coverage, and it still went up. And I guess there's just nothing you can do about that. All right, so this is all that's going to be paid from the paycheck, from my paycheck and my husband's March 28th paycheck. All right, so the next one will be on the 4th. And I thought I had gotten my green highlighter to show paydays, but I guess I didn't. All right, so the next paycheck is going to be on the 4th, and I'm going to do that with purple. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark this with purple. All right, so we've got the first bill will be here on the 5th. I've got one on the 6th and one on the 9th, and that is all for that week. So that is going to be car wash, Life 360, and Mr. P Hobby. All right, the next one will be on the 11th, and I'm going to use this orange color. I just had a thought that maybe I wasn't in frame, but you can't see me getting my markers, but you can see this. Okay, so the first one is here on the 11th and the 12th and the 15th, which you cannot see. All right, the 15th. I feel so out of practice. I haven't done a video in quite a while, even though you've been watching them. iRobot, Barclay, and on the 15th is Credit Union. And this is our Snowball card. I am hoping this card goes away very, very soon. All right, so the next one is going to be the paycheck of the 18th. And we have one bill here, the 19th here. This one's a very heavy bill week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2. Okay. So we've got on the 18th, we've got Geico, Apple Music, Netflix. And I just do these little boxes because that way as I pay the bills and they come out, I just check them off. Uplift, Max, Power and Internet. That's all paid together. It's just one bill. Spotify, Hulu. I know it looks like we have a lot of subscriptions, but they are so cheap because we got them like on a Black Friday deal. I think April, maybe this will be the last time we pay for HBO Max because it was only a 6-month subscription special, and so I'm going to cancel that as soon as the special price runs out. I'm not going to pay full price for HBO Max. All right, so that is all for that week. And then the very last week starts on the 25th. And let's see here. Oh, I don't know. I'm not finished with that. All right, so on the 26th, we have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one on the 28th. And that is all. All right, so we've got Google, John Deere, student loan, Apple storage, and our new one, YouTube Premium. This one might not stay around very long. I don't know. I had the trial, and the trial has expired, but I really enjoyed the premium membership. Okay, so that is our monthly overview. That's kind of how I set it up. That way I can kind of quickly look and glance to make sure all of the bills, you know, we've got everything accounted for. Sorry, words are really hard today. All right, so that's what I do for that. So that's my monthly overview. All right, so then next is going to be our sinking funds. All right, so with the sinking funds, and let me switch over and get my cheat sheet. This is where things are changing a little bit. All right, so because we are on a debt payoff journey, I decided to kind of cut out some of our sinking funds, but then you'll see that I've bumped up some. So it kind of, like, I'm going to just see how April goes and see if this works out for us. There are 5 weeks that we are covering in April, but one of those weeks we will be on vacation. And so I'm going to keep all of my categories for my wallet the same, and because there's 1 full week that I will not fund anything. So even though we've got 5 weeks and 5 paychecks, that's how I'm going to have a little extra money, because I'm not going to be paying for groceries and household and things like that 1 week. All right, we'll see how that works out. All right, so let me zoom you in. All right, so with groceries, we have been doing $600 a month. Pet food, $80. Household, $80. Okay, so this is where things are changing. And this may be something people might disagree with me, because we are on a debt-free journey. But my husband and I have had some lengthy conversations about our personal spending money. And so we've decided to cover some expenses with our spending money that we were putting toward, like, in. Okay, so my phone, the alarm went off. I have it set to remind me, you know, that it's getting close to time to go pick up my daughter from practice. And so it shut the recording off, and I was just talking away. Luckily, I didn't do anything else on our sinking fund plan. But I I was really just talking away and having, you know, a pretty in-depth conversation with you guys, and you weren't even being able to watch it. So I'm going to kind of try to remember where I was. I was talking about how I've decided to change up our spending money. I don't know if this part was on there, but I'm going to repeat it anyway. In March, I went way down on our spending money, and it kind of, it was hard. It was really hard to, not so much for me, but for my husband. He is on the road every day. He travels for work, and, you know, I have the luxury of having a microwave at work to heat my food up, and I don't have to eat a cold sandwich every day. And so $15 a week wasn't getting very far with him. And yes, I know he does get extra that he has spent on apps and subscriptions that he uses just for his own hobbies. But after a big conversation, we decided we are going to increase our spending money. And people may disagree with that, since we are on a debt-free journey. And something I was saying when I thought I was being recorded, but it wasn't, is that even though we are on a debt-free journey, we still want to live life and, you know, enjoy the fruits of our labor, for lack of better words. And we, you know, the way I look at it, we work really hard. We are trying to pay off our debt. We are not frivolous spenders. You know, we don't go out to eat all the time. We do not, you know, go shopping and order things all the time. So occasionally we do like to, you know, take a vacation and, you know, enjoy life. Some of my memories from childhood is vacations with my family, because, you know, something about vacation, you're able to kind of relax and not think about, you know, the difficult things and the difficult parts of life and the hustle and bustle of, you know, practices and work and all those things. You can just kind of relax and enjoy each other. And so I had somebody ask me not too long ago to explain, you know, my reasoning behind taking vacations while trying to pay off debt. And it's just as simple as, you know, I still want to enjoy life. We already are cutting and sacrificing in a lot of places. And so, you know, a vacation here and there, I don't think is going to make or break the budget, but it's also going to give us those memories and times together as a family, because anybody that is a parent knows that, you know, time is a thief, and you blink and your kids are grown and gone. And just like us being able to, you know, get together with all 3 kids, when you have adult children, they have their own lives and they have their own jobs, and, you know, it's not as easy to get together, especially when they don't live close by. So, you know, I cherish those moments. And if it means, you know, being in debt a little bit longer, then so be it. I'm okay with that. So with that said, we are getting more blow money this month, which is going to be more per week. And I think it's going to be okay. We'll see how it goes this month. But I'm going to get $300. My husband will get $190 because he has $110 in hobbies that comes out. And we'll just see how that goes. A lot of my blow money I spend on my family anyway. And so, you know, it's just more for me to spend on them, I guess. All right. And I also use it for my savings challenges and things like that. All right. So this is going to be my wallet. The only thing that changed was our blow money, and I'm going to keep gas at $240 because we still are in sucker season. All right, so next is beauty. I did decrease beauty because I'm going to start using some of my blow money to cover my hair and makeup. I did add some to family fun, and medical will stay the same. Some of these other categories like school supplies and gifts, I'm using savings challenges to fund, so I'm skipping those. I'm going to put 25 to vet, 25 to pool supplies, 25 to car maintenance, and 25 to house maintenance. And so this section is going to be $350. Okay, so this section right here is more of our long-term savings. Garbage always gets $15 a month. I'm skipping pictures. That I've got quite a bit of money in there, and I don't foresee having to spend money on pictures anytime soon. Subscriptions is $25. Sports is going to get funded from mini challenges. I've got car tags, taxes. Now we do owe taxes. I'm going to have to come up with a payment plan to make those payments. I may pull from our emergency fund to cover our taxes. I don't know. Let me know what you think I should do. If I should do a payment plan with the IRS, or if I should just pay it from our emergency fund and be done with it. Vacation is getting skipped, and house projects. Now, we haven't funded anything in house projects lately, but it is coming up on spring and summer. We do, you know, need to do yard maintenance and outdoor things. So I'm going to put $100 toward projects. All right, $270 is that category. All of the holidays is going to get skipped except for Christmas, and I'm going down on Christmas. I'm going to put $150, and that's because I'm going to do some challenges for the holidays other than Christmas. But I'm just going to see, I've got $500 saved. I'm going to just go to $150 for right now and just see how that goes. And then savings challenges, I'm going to do $160. I'm going to do $40 per week for savings challenges, and that's to cover some of our other sinking funds. And one envelope is going to be for debt. And then month ahead, we always do $600, so this is $760. So all in all, the total for sinking funds and cash expenses is $3,260. Okay, so next, this is going to end up being a long video. I'm going to have to piece it together. That'll be fun. Okay, so next is my monthly overview. And this is where I'm going to find out how much I estimate can go towards debt. Because of the way our bills are and how our income is, we don't pay extra on debt until the very end of the month, and that's worked out pretty good for us so far. All right, so here we are. We're going to do, this is April 2024. Okay, so we're going to start with my income, and I get paid once a month, $3,115. My car payment does come straight out of that, plus health insurance and a bunch of other stuff, retirement, all those things. Mr. P, we anticipate around $5,000 for him. And then other is a little bit less this month because some of the expenses that my boys were paying for, their portion went down, and just some other things that have gone down. that's just how much now. And like my mom, one of her things that she was paying for is already paid for. So anyway, that's that. All right, so $8,450 is our total income for April, which is good. It's just mainly this because we have that one extra week of paycheck for him. All right, so then we go into our bills and expenses. All right, I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Let me go in a little bit more. We've got our mortgage, and that's $1,150. That's not $1,115. That is, okay. And then progressive, which did go up. Craziest thing is that's why my son's expenses were getting less from him, because he had 2 vehicles on our insurance policy. One of them was paid off. It was his college car. He had kept it even when he purchased another car. So when we got rid of, or he sold that car recently, and so we took that car off, and our insurance still went up, even though like his portion went down. I know it makes no sense, but it's just because the price of insurance has gone up. And he pulled that off just right as, you know, our renewal date came around. So it just seems so weird. All right, then we've got Microsoft, Assurant. That's his renter's insurance. Car wash, 43. Life 360 is 9. That has been such a lifesaver. My daughter couldn't find her cell phone at a soccer game, and it was an away out-of-town game. And that Life 360 helped us locate the cell phone, which was in one of her friend's duffel bags by accident. Geico, 27. Apple Music. Can you hear the pitter-patter? Whenever I'm talking on camera, the dogs think that I'm talking to them, so they come and pace around me, thinking I guess I'm going to play with them. Netflix, 17. Power, I don't know how much my power is, but it's been pretty mild with the temperature, so I'm going to overestimate at 300. Spotify is 12. Hulu is 5. Max, 4. And Peacock, 3. Okay. Cell phones, 372. Google, $3. Apple storage, 10. Mr. P. Hobbies, 110. And then our new one is YouTube Premium, 25. We do the family one. This may not, I don't know if that's going to stay or not. 2430 is the total here. Okay. Now I'm going to go down to this section. This is our savings section. I always do month ahead, and I put aside $600 for that. I will say interest. I got $40 in interest this month. It makes me want to kick myself for not doing it sooner. Sinking funds is going to be $770. Savings challenges, which is basically an extension of sinking funds, is going to be $160. And then nothing towards savings. All right, so this section adds up to be $1,530. All right, I am going to move. This is our variable expenses. This is everything I put in my wallet. All right, groceries, $600. Pets, $80. Household, $80. Mr. P, $190. He's going to be so happy. Mrs. P, $300. And it's just more for me to save. I don't know I guess one of these days I'll spend my money. 80. I do spend it every now and then. Ball games, 80. Eating out. Eating out, okay, so this is one thing that we're going to use. So eating out, we don't usually go out to eat except for like birthdays. We did go out to eat with my family when we were away, when my son was in. But this eating out is actually a birthday dinner for my mom. She's got a birthday this month. And then gas, $2.40. Everything else will come from our blow money, which is why we got more blow money. Unbudgeted, 0. All right, so this section is $1,730. And now we get down to the yucky debt. Ortho, 88. Wells Fargo is 75. I had to think about it. Citibank is 20. Those are our 0% interest cards that we'll work on once we get our interest cards paid off. Xbox, 39. That one's going to be paid off very, very soon, and it's 0% interest. Barclay, this is our next Snowball card. Once my credit union card is paid off. And Uplift. Because everything we have, fortunately, is 0% interest except for these two cards. Well, and our vehicles. Truck is $470. John Deere, $404. Boy, I'll be glad when that one's gone. Student loan, that one has interest too. $500. And then Snowball. Okay, so this is where I am going to add everything up and then come back to Snowball. So I do know I already added this section up, and I know that it is right at 1900, and I'm going to put that right there. All right, so here is where I take all the categories. Let me zoom out just a minute for a second. All right, so I take all the categories. I take our income, which is right here, and I put it in this box right here, which is $8,430. Then I take our bill expenses and put it here, $2,430. Our variable total goes here, $1,730. Savings total is $1,530. All right, so if I add these up, okay, so I'm going to do this on camera. All right, 2,430 plus 1,730 plus 1,530. Okay, so that's at $5,690. Then I'm going to add this $1,900, which is all of our debt, not including extra for a Snowball. So plus $1,900, and I get $7,590. Okay, so I'm going to take this total income and subtract this, which I'm going to do it this way, minus $8,430, and it leaves me with $840, which is going to be our Snowball. I'm just double checking the numbers because that is different than what I got earlier. Let me add this up. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, nothing can go perfect, right? We had alarms going off, camera shut off, 157, 470, 404, and 500. That's 1,900, okay. 2,430, 1,730. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. It's 5,690 minus. Oh, I see my mistake. This is 8,450, and I put 8,430. That's the difference. All right, so I hate whiting this out on the colored part, but that's what I'll do. So that's 50. All right, so now I'm going to subtract 8,450. Oh, no. I forgot to add 1,900 to that. Plus 2,430 plus 1,730 plus 1,530. All right, now I subtract the 8,450 and I get 860. And that is what we anticipate putting toward our Snowball, which is amazing. Okay, So I'm going to add this up. This is going to be, this section will be $2,760. Debt total, I'm going to move down here. And if you add all this up, it's $8,450, leaving us $0 to roll over to the next month. And that was a hot mess of a video, which should not surprise anybody. I feel like I haven't done this in a while. So there it is. There's April. We've got a good chunk going to the Snowball. I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, I do. I'm going to close this up so that we can end this video by saying hello and goodbye to Nick. And if you don't know who Nick is, I will link the video where I accidentally chunked the nickel in the candle when I was doing a cash unstuffing of my wallet and the change. So that's what happened there. All right, guys, this has been enough of a mess of a video, and I'm sorry. But if you've made it this long, thank you. I'm so glad to be back on camera. I just got to get the kinks worked out again. All right, guys, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.